Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Hello everybody, how you doing? Welcome to today's episode of Talks TV podcast show. Hi, go by name is. If it's the first time that you are coming across our video, do us a favor by subscribing to our YouTube channel, like and share our video. If you are wondering what we are doing on this Talks TV podcast show, Talks TV podcast show is based on sports review, politics, social talk, and leadership, and so on. Today, we want to talk about insecurity. Insecurity is not something that's difficult to understand when it comes to Nigeria thinking. Insecurity is saying that property and life is not secure in our environment, our community anymore. We some people think that some government plays some role, are supposed to play some role in terms of security in our country. Today, I'm not here alone. I'm here with my guest that will be discussing this together. I'm here with somebody that you have known if you have been following up from this podcast. Yeah, this is Mr. Martin Benson. Hello, Mr. Martin Benson.
Hello, viewers. Good afternoon, everybody.
Yeah, we are happy to have you here once again.
Yes, I'm happy.
Yeah.
For me coming for the second time.
Yeah, for the second time. Yeah. We have actually received some great review from the last video that we did with you concerning the devaluation, the role of government in the devaluation of Nigeria.
Role of government.
So if you have not watched that, you can just skip and then you see that video below this one that we are dropping. That is the last video that we dropped before we drop this episode. So, Mr. Benson, Mr. Martin Benson, we want to talk about the insecurity issue that is going on in Nigeria country today. How do you think we come across this insecurity of the things in our country?
Thank you, moderator. Thank you. Thank you so much. Insecurity we are facing in Nigeria. When you look at it, the number of the number of incidents we are having are increasing every day.
Yeah, sure.
So the last one now, I think they went to Kaduna State to kidnap some students in the school premises, which by doing this, just like the way they did when they went to kidnap Chibok girls.
Chibok, that is 2012.
So 2012. So like now, it shows that we have some insiders among the politicians that finance all these banditry. Because it is not easy for just ordinary Nigerians to go to somewhere to kidnap randomly a high number figure. Ordinary Nigerians can just say, okay, 2-3. Even 2-3 is much for ordinary Nigerians to kidnap, not to take less of the high numbers we are having in the news. I think it's about 120 something or exactly.
Recently, there's another one that I think yesterday also.
Exactly. That one is about 80 something.
Yes.
So we are having this thing, is becoming excess every time, every day something. So it shows that we are having insider inside the government of every administration. We are having a saboteur that don't want things to be normal in Nigeria. When Jonathan was there, we had the Chibok girl issues.
There's Boko
Haram issues. Not even Chibok alone. They still went to, there is a place called Dapchi. It was two then.
Yes, but
Chibok and Dapchi. So it was the Chibok one that the Nigerians were flaming up on. But why the Dapchi also carries huge numbers as well. So this thing shows that we are having a saboteur in the administration of every government.
But we have changed this administration severally since 2012. I think after Goodluck Jonathan, we have Buhari.
Yes.
Buhari used it before we have this current administration.
Yes.
So if we eventually that we have saboteur in this administration of Jonathan, I don't think it's supposed to still last to 2024.
Anyway, this is Nigeria, where things don't work normal. This is Nigeria, where things don't work normal. So, because the number of reservists we are having, the number of personnel working in Nigeria, they need to give us the statistics, because the number of personnel working in Nigeria with the number of the population we are having, the number of personnel is just like, is very, very minimal to the number of the population. As in the crime will be high as well, because the number of personnel we are having in the service field. Talking about the army, the air force, the navy, at least from all these three military, this we mentioned, maybe their population, we cannot get 2 million personnel.
Sure. I think we have like 130,000 active personnel in Nigerian military. I don't know about
it's just too small. This is very, very small.
For Nigeria,
with the population we are having. See, if we can be able to do it this way, if we are the one shouting in Nigeria, there is no work, there is no employment in Nigeria. And federal government should please come to the masses' aid by, like, we have some works in Nigeria that it doesn't need stress, that you don't need to, like, must I do for somebody to stand for me as a guarantor? No, we have some works in Nigeria, like all these are military person, all this military. It is something you and I can just go and pick up a phone. It shouldn't be something that will be very, very, because we still have a lot of Nigerians that wanted to serve the country. So number of personnel we are having is just with the number of the country.
200 million.
Over 200 million. Don't say over 200 million. When you are saying 200 million, that means is a stagnant figure, is a fixed figure. This is over 200 million. We are with the number of personnel in service. Will they be able to curb any atrocities, anything? They will not be able to handle that. So what we need now to curb these things, all these things in Nigeria now, they increase the number of personnel, serving personnel in Nigeria, both the military, both the police, both the parastatals as well. We have some states agitating that they should, like, give them the grace, or they should put it in the constitution that they should go for state policing.
Regional police.
State policing.
State police, yes.
See, if we have some states in Nigeria that can be able to, like, if they say state policing, we have some states in Nigeria that can, like, yes, if they can recruit more than 3 million personnel.
Sure.
We have some states like that in Nigeria.
Sure.
So, if we can be able to, like, introduce all these things, where we normally have our form, the military form, our form with close, the form has closed. So yesterday,
you see, where I'm going to support is that if you are going to consider the stress you are going to go into in order to get into Nigerian military, you prefer even entering police force.
Exactly.
It's so stressful for somebody that wants to die for his nation.
He shouldn't have.
It's very, very.
It shouldn't have been something stressful for somebody that wanted to serve the nation, that wanted to die for his country. It should have been something that is, that should be hard to get. So in Nigeria, for you becoming a military person, you must pay some people as well. Everything goes with bribe in Nigeria. To see how we not even from the executive alone, everything scatter. Every parastatus in Nigeria, corruption kills everything. So the insecurity we are having in Nigeria now shows that the number of personnel, the serving personnel, military personnel we are having in Nigeria were just too small
for Nigerian population.
But
if you want to talk about that, we first talk about that there's corruption in Nigeria administration, whereby most of these terrorists, bandits, government, Boko Haram, so on, are able to afford some kind of weapon that even some of our military men have never hold it before.
Yes, shows that
of player to hold it.
Thank you. This shows that we are having some billionaires that backed these people up.
Sure.
You know how much the kidnapper requested from federal
They
government?
requested for 40 trillion, I think so.
40 trillion.
Yeah.
Where will federal government get such money? To show that the kidnappers do have some backup. If in the government, I can even tell you say in the military,
That's exactly where I'm going to, because when I say that Nigeria should increase the number of active personnel
Yes.
in Nigeria, it won't, I don't think it's going to be acting like it's going to solve any problem, because there are some inside
Nigeria,
in the
we
administration.
only have the working personnel, we don't service.
We don't have service, yes. I
Which-
think we are considering NYC as
You cannot call no, NYC is not a service.
yeah,
not the service.
that's what they are considering. Some people are not considering that.
No, the situation whereby there will be such a thing of insecurity, because the number of personnel we are having in service are just too minimal, and every day we do have issue of kidnapping, terrorism, all of sort of things like that. So joining the military, being in the military, shouldn't have been something that should be
difficult.
difficult for we Nigerians. Because to be sincere with you, I personally, I still love to serve Nigeria. I like to serve Nigeria
Inside military.
inside the military. But how do I go about it? There is no way for us anymore. When you get there now, they will tell you, no.
Who carry you come here?
Who brought you here?
Who?
I wanted to, and I'm willingly, I wanted to serve my country, to serve my father's land, to defend my father's land. But they'll be asking you, who sent you here? Or your form is not complete. Issue of joining Nigerian Army, Nigerian Navy, Nigerian Air Force shouldn't be something about form. It should be about form, but it's not something that you tell us that the form has closed last year. No, it should be continuous assessment. They shouldn't, the training camp shouldn't be a closing this thing. It should be continuous assessment. As one batch is going, another batch is coming. You don't tell me, Nigerian military form closed last week. No. With the number, there's no reservist. Okay, let me tell you something. Israeli and the Palestine. The first day of their attack, which the Hamas carried out in Israeli's land, that took about 1,000 something lives. So when Israeli wanted to retaliate, Israeli did not use the normal military personnel. His reservist, he went ahead to bring out the reservist. He did not use the active personnel that is in service. He went back to bring the reservist that the country had, because they paid them as well. He went back, the Israeli government went back to bring all the reservists to face the Palestine, which there is still the reservist that is bombing now. So Nigeria, the active personnel we are having now, let's say about 5% of them gets to their age limit, about to retire. So how do we replace those that retire? It's from the reservists. Not that you just we are having new intake, so they are coming. No, the reservists will replace those that are retiring. Why? Those that are coming in will be the reservists. So we'll be able to tackle the insecurity in Nigeria, because the kidnappers, all these people too, they study everything about our security system. They knew that the number of personnel we are having were just few. That's why we are having all these things rampant everywhere. And let's thank God, in the south here, in the west here, we did not even encounter such.
Well, talking about the military that you just mentioned about, that is too small, somewhere or the other. I don't know if you could remember some times ago in Nigeria news, whereby they talked that there's an attack in the most secure place in Nigeria territory. That is the
NDA. Please come again.
The NDA in Kaduna.
Okay.
Where I don't know if it is. Yes, when they attack, and I think they killed three or guardian. They kidnap one, they kill two, and they kidnap one. Later kill that one. So if bandits or Boko Haram or gunmen can attack NDA, so what are we saying?
It shows that we are having a very weak military.
It's not about very well. There are some insider that know about Nigeria military.
That is the reason why I'm telling you the number of military personnel, the number of personnel we are having working presently, just too small, because inside there, inside the military, we still have we are having a saboteur.
Okay. So increasing the number of active personnel in Nigeria military will not solve the problem. If all the saboteurs is still present in Nigeria military,
bros, it will definitely. Because thank you. See, if you want to see the Nigerians that have mind, where their mind, they their back, now the civilians. Now the civilians, where their mind, they their back, now the civilians. Forget about say soldier. They try soldier. You see how the Nigerians that say people not posting on lower. Let me give as well so that they can go to Facebook. You have some military personnel that do run when they get there. I will see have some civilians in Nigeria that say, government should give me come. We have Nigerians that wanted to join, that wanted to serve this country voluntarily. They don't mind they lost their life on the battleground. They don't mind. They want to serve the country. So the issue of our form and the registration form getting close in the military should stop. The government should look into this. If I'm coming to serve my country, it shouldn't have been a stressful thing to me. Suppose go easily for me because I wanted to come and serve my country.
Yes, that's one aspect. But let's take a look at another aspect. Remember General Sonny Habasha?
Okay.
He said in a statement that if an attack should last 21 hours in Nigeria military, definitely there's an insider. You understand? Now, and you also mentioned the saboteur. I think it would be advisable for Nigeria government to focus on those people that sponsor all these terrorists, bandits, and so on.
Bros,
if those people are still active in Nigeria administration, no matter how we increase the number of active personnel, it will never show.
Thank you. We can get those saboteur by Nigeria make their budget every year.
Yes.
We make budget for the military every year.
Yeah, defense budget.
Defense budget now we don't go roughly about, let me check the last defense budget there was it 130-something billion naira or the amount is just too small as well. The amount we budgeted on defense. And secondly, each budget, each year we make budget. Defense number one, which I will remember, the federal government, they don't do with their defense. But the weapon that they do get for all these are military personnel. Because federal government will tell you he buy some weapon, we do buy some weapon, we do buy. But the military will come out and tell you that they don't have enough weapon. Who are we to believe? Are we believing the federal government or we are believing the military?
The military, okay.
Because federal government, okay, in his statement, yes, so 6-point-something billion naira is going for defense. Everybody don't hear that one. After March, the defense people will tell you we don't have we don't have weapons to face Boko Haram. So the budget that was being read the last time, the defense budget that was being read, so the money, where is the money go to? You wanna not buy anything.
You see, one thing about Nigeria's system of government is that when you issue a budget or a project out, there's no follow-up.
Yes, that is where we get it from. There should be JTF that will be arresting all these generals to that buy all these things for us.
You see, my whole concern is that
you cannot take me to the war front and carry Shakabula give me and say, look at the face.
Remember at that time, during the 2012, those weapons that the military first used to face the Boko Haram were the remaining weapons used during the time of civil war. I was disappointed at.
Can you imagine?
Okay. Those people that we are talking about, according to some army that already went to the war front and came back, they say that they don't really have the techniques or the skill of how to shoot
or how to operate that weapon.
but they have weapon. The problem is not that this weapon that you are seeing in the hands of all these terrorists is not something that me and you can buy.
Can buy.
One weapon, especially the hammer gun, it's not something of 1 million or 500,000. So how come we are finding kind of weapon in the hands of herdsmen?
Herdsmen in the hands of
the nomadic farmers.
So nomadic. So you want to tell me the nomadic farmers now are more stronger than my own government?
Even stronger than the civilian.
Eh? Well, let me tell you something. You see one thing in Nigeria, if you don't erase it, see, the problem will keep blooming more. I told you, okay,
what is that?
You know, I'm coming. A president read the budget.
Yes.
The one that is going to defense, everybody knows that this one is going to the defense.
That's it.
The president will not be the one to be as a supervising everything. See the get. Okay, so is going to the defense. Who is the interior minister? Do follow up with that money and see that they use it for whatsoever they wanted to use it for. But once they say the budget is going to so amount of money is going to the defense, okay now. That's all. But the interior minister no go do follow up.
If you want try me, see person with Bassam.
Yes. Being in the office as you being an appointee and you are in charge of all these military men, say they no say you the appointee. That moment you still supersede there. They go dey look you like say they look their general. Nothing they can do. You go probe anybody. But once the government, okay, this money, this is for defense, so nobody is looking at that side. That's why the military will come out and tell us the sophisticated weapon that is in the hand of. What about our own? Which one are we using? Shakabula? No. Which one are we using? If the nomadic can be able to be using sophisticated, okay, excuse me, the nomadic now, you want to tell me that the nomadic, they work in groups? They don't work in groups.
I was even surprised that there is no.
So how can the nomadic be our problem?
There's no cooperation between Boko Haram and herdsmen.
And
herdsmen, you might not believe.
If there is, they will have finished everybody.
Really, that different people sponsoring these people.